Hi there folks, my name is Novawing24 and we're back once again into Euro Fishing. So we're going to continue on with some academy lessons today. So in our last episode we covered the basics and we covered with a fish on, and I tried to get it with the net thingy, and that kind of didn't work so well. But anyway, alright, our next step is stalking. So now we're going to go stalking some fish. Alright, so this could be rather interesting. So stalking is one of the most exhilarating tactics when fishing for specimen fish. It's real close quarters action. Okay, so we're going to be shown how to stalk a fish and perform an underarm casting. Interesting. Okay, so let's see how we go with this one. Right. So we're off again to the tutorial ground, the observatory.
Right, here we are again. Now this time I'm going to teach you a pretty advanced technique for catching fish. Don't worry about setting your gear up on a peg, because this time we're going stalking. Stalking is a term anglers use when they're hunting for fish close to the bank. Now, why would you do this? Well, getting a bite in the middle of the lake and playing the fish is exciting stuff, but imagine seeing the fish on the margin, eating your bait right in front of you before it belts off and you're in action. That's the very essence of stalking. It's close quarters combat fishing. Now, let's get stuck in and see if we can get a bite.
Close quarters combat. CQB fishing. Alright, this should be interesting. Alright, so it rather looks like a rather wet day here in England. Alright, let's have a look.
One of the best things about stalking for fish is that you aren't restricted to your peg. You're free to walk around the lake, look for fish and cast out to the optimum location. Give it a go. Walk up to the edge of the lake and cast out.
Yep, so definitely, yep, no peg here. Alright.
Before you cast, take a step back and think for a second. If you're fishing in the margins and you're trying to get a fish in at close range, you're not going to bang out a massive overhead cast now, are you?
Nope.
Casting overhead to short distances is not the way to go. Instead, you want to change your casting stance to an underarm cast. It's a short range cast and is ideal for fishing in the margins.
Alright.
Performing an underarm cast is the same as an overhead cast. Just hold the line, pull the rod back, and when you're ready, push the rod forward and release the line. It looks simple enough, but it's actually pretty tricky. Have a couple of practices to get used to underarm casting. And just in case you were wondering, you can still change your stance when you're preparing to cast. For this lesson, let's keep using the underarm cast.
Alright, so let's reel this one back in. Alright. Yep, okay. Similar kind of mechanic. Okay. Alright, let's try this one again, one more time. Alright. Well, it was a bit further. Sure, okay.
Hold on, I've spotted some fish over there. Ooh. Quick, reel in and shift it over there before they spook.
Alright, reel in.
Remember, when you're fishing in the margins, you want to keep an eye on the water and see if you can spot the fish in the lake. When you see a fish, you know instantly that you want to be casting your line in that area if you want a chance. Look! Right there! Can you see them? I'm guessing there's a few doubles over there. Quick, cast your line out and hopefully one of them will take it.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, is that a bite? Ah, nice one.
Nice.
Now it's just like before. Keep an eye on your line tension and reel your target in.
Come on.
Check that one out. Man, it looks like you picked yourself up some more experience and tackle points. We're not ending it here though. Let's put this one back and see if you can catch another.
Alright, cool. Not sure how the net mechanic works on that one, but sure, I'll just run with that. Okay, alright, so we got one. Okay, now apparently we're going from stalking for more fish. Okay, this is
You're
cool.
on your own this time. I've taught you everything I can about stalking fish. So let's see if you can use those skills and catch one for yourself.
Alright. Okay. Telltale bubbles. Oh wait. Was that from there? Maybe? No, it's just foliage. Foliage maybe? Oop, okay. Not seeing any more bubbles. Oh. Come on, net. Come on, net.
Landed! And
Hey,
that's
okay.
a lovely looking fish too. Shame it isn't a massive one, but catching these lovely looking carp is still great fun.
Okay, you know what? There's still a sense of accomplishment with doing that. Okay, I've managed to catch some fish. Alright, okay. Feeling accomplished. The net mechanic, I'm still working out. That just seems a little bit weird. It's almost like just press it and it does it. But yeah, don't double tap it. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and we've leveled up. Leveled up! Cool. Awesome. Alright, so that's stalking. And that was kind of cool. And kind of cool that you don't just have to sort of sit on, you know, like the pontoon kind of thing. You can actually sort of just be walking around and just fish. So that's cool. Shall we do another lesson? Why not? Let's do another lesson. All right. Let's have a go to our academy. Okay, so we've done stalking. We just did that one. Now our next one is baiting. All right. So we've got bait. Ooh, okay, that looks kind of impressive and kind of cool. Not really sure about it, but sure, let's roll with that. Okay, so big fish can be difficult to catch, but using bait in more creative ways can really make your more opportunities for great catches. So in let's introduce to baiting with a spod. A spod, hey? I'm assuming that's what that is. And how it can be used to catch large fish. Alright. Onwards. Fish.
Okay, let's get to it. Baiting with a spod is the topic of this next lesson. It's a great tool to help get the fish feeding. Let's start off with the basic principle of baiting. In case you didn't know, baiting is a term anglers use when they drop free bait in an area for the fish to eat. Now, why would any angler give away his bait if there isn't a hook on it? Well, it's kind of like opening a free all-you-can-eat buffet for fish. They can't resist it. Now, just think about having a well-placed hook in the middle of that feeding frenzy. Chances are you're going to get a bite in the middle of all that mayhem. And that's baiting in a nutshell. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, okay. You know, give it and they will come kind of thing. Okay, alright. Alright, so here we are once again. Let's, better weather this time.
First of all, get yourself set up on a peg, then you can equip your spod.
Okay, so let's claim this one here. Now, who does this one belong to? Oh no, it's the one from the first line. Jambo 28. Okay.
Good. Now, take a look at your selection of rods. You should be able to see that you now have a spod available. Just select the spod and you'll switch to it. It's that easy.
Okay, so normal rod, basic 12 pro rod.
Now, let me explain what a spod is. That rocket-shaped thing on the end of your rod is the spod. It's loaded with bait, and each time you cast and it lands in the water, it's dropping its payload. That is what you want. It's basically saying to any fish in the area that the buffet is open for business.
Cool.
Give it a try. Cast the spod like you'd cast a normal rod. Try aiming it somewhere in the middle of the lake.
Alright, let's see if I remember my overhead casting stances. Okay.
Usually you want to bait an area a couple of times, adding loads of food to the area. To consistently cast the spot at the same distance, you can set the line clip. The line clip limits the amount of line that's allowed off the reel, and by setting the line clip, you'll hit the same maximum distance every time. Try setting the line clip, reel in, and cast out to that exact area again.
Cool. Alright, let's put our line
That's
clip
the
in.
one.
Nice. Alright. Reel you back in. Alright.
To unclip, simply unset the clip when the spot is
That
in
was
the
horrible.
water.
That was a horrible cast.
Job done. Now, let's switch to a hook bait and get it out there before the frenzy begins.
Alright. Let's go to my other rod. Cool.
Okay, now for the difficult bit. You need to cast your line out to the baited area without the line clip. I'm going to teach you a little technique that should help you to do that. What you want to do is set yourself up to cast as far as you can, but when you release the cast, hold the line again to slow it down. This will slow the speed of the line coming off the spool and should help you to guide the rig to the same spot as your baited area. Give it a try. Do a powerful overhead cast, and as you release the line, hold the line again to slow it down.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
When you're slowing down the cast, you can also move the rod to the side to pull it in that direction. It's really handy for guiding the bait in the direction you want it to land in.
Let's try that one. Let's try that cast again, shall we?
Get in! You landed that perfectly in the mix. It doesn't look like the feeding frenzy started yet, so I tell you what, instead of standing like a spare part with your rod in your hand waiting for a bite, you could put the rod down and give your arms a rest. Ah, isn't that better? You're probably wondering how you know if a fish takes the bait. Don't worry. You see that rest your rod is on? Connected to that is what we call a bite alarm. When you got a fish on, you'll know because that thing will start beeping away like there's no tomorrow. Whilst you're waiting for a bite, you could go for a wander and see if there are any fish nearby. Or you could just relax and enjoy the tranquility.
That cast is nowhere near the baiting. But, you know what? We'll just let that one go, shall we? Okay. Oh,
hey, there you go. Quick, get your rod and pick it up before the fish runs off with it. Go on now, you got this. Reel that fish in.
Ah! Hurry up! Give me that! Yeah, there we go. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh, that's another beautiful comment you bagged yourself.
Thing works, just tap it.
You're getting the hang of this, aren't you? Well, that's all I can teach you about baiting. Let's put this one back and call it a day.
Cool. Okay, another fish caught. Alright. My casting sucks so badly. Cool. Okay, alright. Alrighty, so we finished that tutorial. It looks like we've got one last tutorial to do around here, which is dealing with multiple rods. So, let's do this one and we'll wrap this video up with completing the tutorials, I think. Alright, so why use multiple rods? More rods means more chance of catching a fish. Well, I suppose that's pretty obvious, I suppose, isn't it? We'll show you how to fish with multiple rods and how you can use different tactics with each rod. Alright, okay, let's see how this one goes.
You're in for a special masterclass session today. I'm going to be showing you my own preferred method of carp fishing, and that's a 3-rod setup. This is the most commonly used technique for carp fishing because 3 rods out in the water increases your chances of getting a bite. So, let's get cracking.
Alrighty.
If you're going to fish with 2 or 3 rods simultaneously, you're going to need to fish from a peg, but you also need a few other things to get started. But for this lesson, you can just use my spare gear. Now, go and set yourself up on a peg.
Alright, so claim our peg here.
When you're fishing with multiple rods, you'll usually start with the first rod in your arsenal. If you want to change your tackle on a certain rod, you need to be holding it first. So, as you're already holding this one, why don't you change the tackle options on it?
Alright. Let's put this one as a... Let's put some sweet corn on this one.
A little tip. I've cast around in this area and it's full of silt. So, try switching to a rig and bait ideal for silt beds.
Alright, that works. Okay, so... silt and...
Right,
yeah,
when you're ready, cast out and find the silt bed.
Okay. Alright, there's a bit of weed.
Okay, we've got 1 rod out in the water. Now switch to your second rod and do the same thing.
That's
Just
not
change
silt.
the tackle to something that will match the bed type you're fishing on and cast out.
Okay, well, anyway. Alright, so that one's out in there. Okay. Let's shoot this one for over there, shall we? It's not so
Top
always.
stuff. We've got 2 rods out there now. Switch to your third rod, and this time we're not going to cast out just yet. Instead, have a wander over there with that rod.
Alright. Third one. Alright, let's set this
I
one up.
really like this fishing style because it allows you to leave 2 rods out in the lake and to take your third one for a little stalking session. It's important to remember that you can't go too far away from your rods or we'll remove your gear.
Silk my ass, they're all weed. Oh!
Oh,
Hello.
wait a minute. Did you hear that? Quick, get back to your rod. You've got a bite.
Come on, come on! Come on!
Hey, better hurry up or that fish is going to be off. Yes! Fish on. Reel that one in.
Come on, over this way. Come on. Try not to tangle that line, please. That would be good.
Come on, stay in control.
Come on, over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it. In you come. Gotcha.
There you go. How about that one then to end the session? Looks like you've got yourself a lovely looking common there. It just goes to show you that the more rods you have out there, the more chance you have of catching a fish. So, let's slip this one back and call it a day.
Nice. Go! Extra fish. Done.
Quality session, well done. In this lesson, I've shown you how you can fish with 3 rods at the
Level
same
up.
time, and I've also given you a nice little stalking tactic you can add to your game as well. Thanks, good job. I look forward to seeing you on the bank.
Well, there we go. Our tutorials are now all complete, and we've leveled up, we've learned a few extra skills. I still suck at fishing, I really do. But you never know, I might get better by doing this whole virtual thing. I don't know, we shall see. Alright folks, well, thank you very much for joining me and watching me make a complete fool of myself when it comes to fishing. This has been another episode of Dovetail Games Euro Fishing with November 24. Thank you for joining me. feel free to like this video for watching me making a twat of myself. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And of course, as always, don't forget that you can keep up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.